It's Joe, and this is my next project. Hey, good morning. You know, it's strange how one part of the car connects to everything else. And if you're gonna do one thing up here by the grill, it's affected all the way back here. This is that C-purlin that I've told you about before. It's gonna start here. It's gonna be like a piece of body chrome, but it won't be chrome. It's going to be rusted. It'll start out small, get a little thicker and thicker all the way back, and here it is. I've sliced it. It's all cut into pieces where it'll curve. But in order to set this, I have to set the back. And in order to set this back, this piece has to be cut. Let me show you. Look at this over here. Here's one without the fender on it. Here's the way it fits in the fender. See, this C-purlin is going to get cut a little bit. It'll get cut into a small band, but really this Ford pickup fender is the hood, and it's going to open and close right along this line. And modern cars do that. Old cars used to do that. The old Ford pickups used to do it. There's a lot of cars that use that. And underneath, it's kind of sliced like that, and I need to put a stiffener. I'm going to weld another piece in along here to stiffen all these cuts, and then I'll fill the cuts up. Anyway, back to here. In order to fasten it here, I have to have everything ready here. I can't build it and then start cutting on, I can't build it and start cutting on this later. So I've got to make this the way I want it. Maybe not completely finished, but it needs to not be like this. It can't cut your hand. This needs to be open because it lands right on the rubber. So what shall I do in here? You can see where I cut the door. And how will we make that look finished? Well, I have an idea to do that. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go cut weld grind. I'll be right back. Okay, check it out. I cut this piece where it would fit a little better. I did weld, I did grind. I haven't cut it off to fit the door yet. I've done the door. We talked about doing, making the door less sharp in there and cutting off little bits, and I'm gonna show you that. I'll show you that, but here's what went wrong. I've got a little gap in here. I don't like this gap. I'm not really sure how to get it out, and I'm gonna show it to you. All this is just kind of sitting here. I'm gonna lift it up, set that part over there. Remember all the little cuts? I welded up all the cuts, and I did put a stiffener in it. See? I did weld that stiffener in it, and I'll put another little bracket over here. And we're just easing up on it. We're just easing in on it. I've got it taped on. And I'll show you what happened to this door. And then we've got the door smoothed off. And I was interested to show you how that worked. Here we are. This piece here, it's flat on the rubber. This is all nice and smooth. And I can file this smooth, so we're ready to go. Haven't done all this yet, but that's coming. And I know what it looks like. I took a piece of 1/2-inch tin and bent it around here, but that's not really what I did. I'm not sure if this is proper. but I'll show you what I did. This is a pattern for a piece of 1/2 inch. I cut a piece of 1/2 inch. I cut this door out a 1/2 inch down all the way across. And then I cut a piece of 1/2 inch metal and ground it down smooth. I ground it all in here and around the edges. And then I welded it all to here and sanded it all off. And that way, wherever this moves, wherever it moves around, it's still solid all up under here. So that worked out really good. I think next we're gonna bracket this piece and we'll bracket onto here. I've got to make some progress and get the grill mounted. And we make the hood go up and down, make the windshield frame, get it on down the road. Hey, here's a question for you. What other YouTube channels do you watch? Any Hot Rod, Rat Rod YouTube channels? I'm just wondering who you are and what you like to see. I know I watch a few of them. There's some guys that help me out a lot. They mention me all the time on theirs. Turlo's Garage and Solo Handyman. Y'all go check those out. And I also watch Scott Rods. Solo Handyman got me watching Scott Rods. He's good. Anyway, let's find out who else you watch. Thanks for tuning in.